So it's going to be glitz and glam this evening, or tomorrow evening rather, when SA's leading creatives will be honored at the first ever Cultural and Creative Industry Awards. The Department of Sport, Arts and Culture launched the initiative to celebrate the creative community for their positive influence on the country. The awards comprise of 8 categories and 30 awards. Some of the categories are Outstanding Musician, Visual Artist, to name a few. Let's now speak to one of the nominees, who's a Grammy Award-winning winner, Wouter Kellerman, who's joining us in studio. Also joining us this morning is Acting Director General in the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, Stella. Khumalo. Good morning. Thank you so much for making time for us. Are you ready?
We are ready. We are raring to go.
Is your dress ready?
I've got 2 choices. I'm still making up my mind.
Still have to decide which one to go for. Which one to go for. Wouter, can you just stop winning? Can you stop winning?
I've been trying to stop, I've just said stop the whole thing, but it just keeps on coming.
Yeah.
What can I do?
Congratulations, yet another nomination. How do you feel?
It's absolutely brilliant. For me, it's the most special thing to be valued at home, because at home is where the most important people are to me. So to be nominated in my home country with the people that I know is actually the most special.
Yeah. Can you take us back to when you got that call? Because here we're speaking, this is inaugural, and you are part of the first nominees.
Yeah.
So tell us about when you got that call.
I'm just overwhelmed. I think these awards are so important, because it's important to recognize our cultural ambassadors and the people who create the depth and the richness of South African culture. Yeah. So, and to be part of that first event is just a really incredible moment for me.
Acting DG, how did you guys come up with this idea?
That the department, I think about 3 or 4 years ago, amalgamated with the Department of Sport. So we, as a result, are having this Department of Sport, Arts and Culture. And I think for years, if not a decade, the Department of Sport has been running sport awards. And I think it was an opportune time, at the time when this amalgamation happened, that also the new minister came on board, and he actually questioned why we didn't have any awards for the creative sector. But supporting that as well, Aldrin, is the fact that 2022 we had our Cultural and Creative Industry Master Plan being approved by Cabinet. And one of the programs that are being, are contained in that master plan is for us to come up with programs that recognize the creative industry. So the whole concept is built around what the master plan wants us to do together with our white paper, Arts, Culture and Heritage, but also a need to ensure that what happens in sport happens in the cultural and creative industry as well. Yeah,
and interesting as well, and I wonder about the complications around putting together awards that also speak to the performing arts, and then on the other end also speaks to the visual arts, bringing all of those together and saying that we are calling you all creatives and we want to have an evening of celebrating you. The difficulty around that.
Yes. And it actually goes beyond that, I think, because we use the UNESCO classification of the industry, which has got about 6 cultural domains. You've mentioned some of them. There's an area of design and the creatives, area of performing arts, yes, literary works as well, visual arts and craft, as we say. So we had to use that classification to guide us. Obviously, it's not possible for us to cover each and every genre and each and every discipline, but it kind of assisted, because we've got heritage there as well. One of the awards that will be handed out is the Outstanding Heritage Museum, which is all part of these 6 cultural domains, but they've got subcategories. So it's been quite a challenge, Obviously, we've got a lot other existing awards out there that we looked at in terms of how it's done. But this one, as you also say, it's completely unique because it brings together all these cultural domains that UNESCO classifies.
Yeah. Wouter, speak to us about the importance of that particular recognition for people in the arts and culture space.
Yeah, you know, when you create at home or in collaboration, often it's a very lonely place. And you don't really know whether you're reaching out and whether you're being heard. And you don't know whether you're being valued. And so I think to recognize artists is a really important process. Because it makes you take that next step. It gives you a little bit more energy to carry on. And I think that's so important.
Yeah, and I think the uniqueness of these awards as well is how there is a call on the public to engage in the awards, to make the nominations also, and eventually some of these artists would be nominated later on, tomorrow evening at least, with regards to people who are saying that, listen, we love the work that you're doing and we want you to be recognized and we want the department to recognize you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's the full circle. You know, it's the public, it's the government, it's the people of the country, and
Acting DJ, are you able to speak to us about whether or not you're also trying to leverage on a possible tourism attraction that you can use this awards for? I know this is the inaugural awards that we're speaking about. It's not going to be the last time that we're going to have these awards. Hopefully, the awards will carry through. But so that it also has an appeal to an international audience.
We definitely are. Maybe one of the most interesting awards tomorrow would be the best international act. You know, and. We're looking forward as to who would be receiving that award. But we, as a Department of Sport, Arts and Culture, have signed an agreement with the Department of Tourism because we recognize a need for us to achieve again. One of the objectives contained in that master plan that I was talking about talks about enabling local, national, and international market access for the industry. So you would see, hopefully you are going to be there, Aldrin, that one of the messages we'll be getting is coming from the CEO of the Grammy Awards, you know, because there are those discussions that are taking place. But beyond that, we also currently as a department have programs that we call touring ventures, for instance, where we support the creatives when they secure opportunities outside of the country, and we provide them with some kind of support for them to go either exhibit, go and perform, or receive awards internationally. So quite a lot of opportunities, and we are looking forward to exploring a whole lot of them.
Yeah, and that international recognized artist or group award is actually determined by the Minister of Arts and Culture. I just want to go to another one that's determined by the Minister of Arts and Culture, and I'd like to say thank you that the department is actually having this particular award. Online Creator of the Year. We cannot ignore them. We cannot wish away the creators that are coming through via the social media platforms. Speak to us about this award.
That one, Adrian, is actually not just going to be, it's not at the discretion of the minister. It's the people. There are two of these categories that where right now people are voting for their best creative in that particular space. It is the one you're talking about in terms of the best online content creator. You know, so there is a voting going on until about 12 o'clock midnight today. So we do encourage the public out there to get into our website and vote for the best one. So it's that one together with the best newcomer. Those two are being voted on by the public.
Yeah. Possible best newcomer could be Tyler. Wouter, as a Grammy Award winner, we understand. Actually, I'm going to ask the acting DG to speak about the rival of Tyler tomorrow. But Tyler winning that award at the Grammys was a major moment for the country in celebrations. And again, her popularity and the popularity of the song, Wouter, was propelled by a digital platform, actually, acting DG. What does it feel like when you've just won an award, a Grammy award? Can you take us back to your first moment?
You know, it's been my lifelong dream to get a Grammy nomination.
Yeah.
So when that happened, it was just mind-blowing, and we never expected to win any. To me, the goal was to get it. And for a South African, it's especially hard because it's much easier for the people touring the U.S. and who live there. For people outside of the U.S., it's much harder. So it seemed like an impossible dream initially. When we got the nomination, we felt that we had achieved it. But then, on top of that, to win is, it's just a feeling you can't describe.
Not once, but twice, Wouter.
And it's the awards, the worldwide. I mean, in the acting world, there's the Oscars, there's the Golden Globes, there's the Cannes Film Festival. But in music, there's the Grammys. So it's the award that everybody wants to win. So for Tyler to pull off that win was a super special. We were so excited. We were like shouting and jumping because, South Africa's got incredible richness of culture and music, and that I never appreciated how special it was until I started traveling. Once I started traveling, I realized that many countries have kind of a monoculture, and they don't have the depth and the variety that we have.
It's not as dynamic.
Yes, and we have something to share with the world. Something deep and something special that the world is asking for. So to see South African artists actually get out there and sending the music and making it happen is just incredible.
But I have to say, perhaps maybe people like yourself, you guys have really opened that door for the likes of Tyler to say that if Wouter can do it, if Lady Smith Black Mambazo can do it, then surely I can do it as well. And acting DG, the arrival of Tyler tomorrow at around 11:30 at OR Tambo. I understand the department has teamed up with Sony Music as well to welcome her back home.
Definitely. It's very important. It's an exciting milestone, not just for Tyler, but for the country, of course, following the legends, like the ones sitting next to me and the ones that you have mentioned. She is arriving tomorrow around 11:30, and we are working with Sony Music together with the Gauteng province, who also have come on board to make sure that the reception is good for her, and we really hope the public would come and support that. It happens at the right time for us, because once that is done, the reception at the airport is done, she will be whisked away to be ready for the awards in the evening.
Do you know whether she'll be performing?
Not at the awards.
Not at the awards?
No.
Okay. But how do you feel, just in conclusion, acting DG, how did you feel when her name was called on? And when she accepted that award, like, what the heck?
She's so special.
Which was like very uniquely South African. Yeah. Again, here is somebody who's 22 years old, a South African, our flag is being flown high.
It's amazing. It's just amazing. And I think I was blown away talking about myself, but I believe that the whole country really rallied behind her, because what she has achieved is phenomenal. At her age, as you say, we know that it's very challenging. It's not an easy achievement to acquire, but it got us there, and she's one of the people that are getting us continuing to get us into the global map as a country. Yeah. So even the recognition we'll be doing for her tomorrow, we believe it's worth it, but it also creates a platform for others to follow.
Do you want to do the Make Me Water challenge? You've got water in front of you. I'm joking. Wouter, do you want to give it a try? Do you want to give it a try, Wouter? Wouter, thank you so much for your time. Acting DG, really appreciate your time. And again, this is great work that the department is doing. It's very important to recognize people and their arts, and also recognize the importance of the arts, because it is a reflection of the people. Thank you so much. That is Wouter Kellerman, and acting Director General in the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, Stella Khumalo.